Good morning, guys. How you guys doing today? It's Jay Lee. I'm bringing as another video. Now today I'm bringing as a trials tips for the week. It's basically where I share with you guys some tips of just how to play the map and how to go flawless. So let's get into it. Now, if you guys haven't played trials yet this week, the map is the floating guardians. Basically, this map is a repeat from the first week when trials came back on the Rise of Iron. Honestly, back then was probably a lot easier to go flawless, just because the pool of players were so much bigger than now. Now it's probably going to be a lot of tryhards and a lot of sweaty matches, so get ready for that. Besides that, I gotta say that I feel like both spawns are honestly fair. I feel like both spawns have the same opportunity to get to the heavy and to get to the capture point. And honestly, I feel also that the capture point is not in a situation where you can honestly just camp it. You honestly can get pushed from so many angles that I honestly like that. Besides that, I gotta say I also do enjoy the fact that there's not that many spots in this map that you can camp. Honestly, I think that there's none. So where you can camp and there's only one angle. Honestly, there's so many angles from every spot in this map that I feel like camping is not honestly an option in this map. Honestly, I enjoy that just because, like you guys know, farming supers have become basically a thing in trials. So a map that counters that, honestly, that's a big plus for me. So I enjoy this map because of that. Besides that, I gotta say that honestly this map also is fair to the point of you can use whatever you want. If you want to use a shotty, you can do it. If you want to use a sniper, I think you can do that as well. So I honestly, overall, I think this map is somewhat really good. Moving on to the weapons, I gotta say that honestly this week it comes down to what secondary weapon you want to use. If you want to use something like a shotgun, stick with something like a J-Rabbit, a Mida, or a pulse rifle like a Clever Dragon. If you want to use a sniper, I would say maybe stick with something like the Last War, or if you don't like the Last War, maybe go with a Nolan Shotty. Just because I feel like in this map you can snipe, but you also want something to counter someone that's rushing you with a shotgun. And I gotta say that honestly, scar rifles are really good in this map. If you don't want to use the exotic scar rifle, you can probably use the Burning Iron and still do fine. Anything that hits hard with a scar rifle, I feel like can be a good counter, especially against snipers. Honestly, the flinching that the Burning Eye or a J-Rabbit does in the sniper, honestly, is pretty annoying. So obviously, you can go with that. And like every single weekend on trials, obviously check what the other team is using. If you see the other team is using all shotties and all you guys are sniping, maybe one or two you guys should switch to a shotty, obviously to have some counter to that. Same thing goes if the other team is all sniping and all you guys are shotgunning, maybe put in a J-Rabbit or put on a Nolan Beyond, just have something to counter that. Moving on to the subclasses, I feel like the subclasses are really important this week, and not because of the supers but because of the grenades. The grenades are really key in this map. I feel like honestly when you spawn, there's honestly like two ways you can go. One, you can push the bridge, which basically takes you to the middle of the map, or two, you can push the steps, which basically brings you to a direct comeback if the other team does the same thing. And that is when the grenades honestly become really important. And I feel like something like a skip grenade is not what you want to use, because the skip grenade doesn't do like instant damage. Basically when you throw a skip grenade, the skip grenade is gonna track the player that you throw it at, but it's not gonna like do instant damage. So the other guy can obviously just run to like the middle of the map. The skip grenade is still gonna track him, which is the good thing about the skip grenade, but it might not kill him, and that is what you don't want. I feel like in that situation where the team basically has put themselves in a situation where you can throw a grenade at them, you gotta use something like an incendiary grenade, a wombo combo, maybe a flash grenade, even a lightning grenade if you know how to put it in the right situation. Something that does damage like right away. So where if you see that the guy gets attacked by your grenade, that's basically where you gotta rush, and you gotta rush that because obviously it's a 3v3 scenario and they are attacked. If you attack someone with a nade, more than likely they're like one shot or two shots away from getting killed, and that is where you can honestly be aggressive and push. I'll say this scenario might be more helpful with shotguns, but even with snipers, I feel like if you switch to the Last Warrior or you switch to whatever primary you're using, you can obviously kill someone fast, and obviously on trials that's what you want. If the other two guys run away to the middle of the map, it doesn't matter because you guys already have a body, and then basically it becomes a 3v2 scenario. A tip on how you guys can play this map, I gotta say that I saw a lot of people doing this as well. Basically, if two guys are sniping and one guy is shotgunning, the two guys that are sniping push the steps and go to and try to pick a player that's across from you, and the other guy with a shotty pushes the bridge. If you see that the guys are honestly aggressive and they're trying to push you guys to sniping, make the guy cut through the middle and push around them. And if you see that the other guys are just staying back and sniping, make the guy go all the way around to their spawn and basically just collapse on them. That's a good way to play the map. I gotta say that obviously be careful. You gotta make sure that the guy that's rushing bridge has a shotgun, just because the other team might be doing that. So in that scenario where both of you guys are rushing the middle of the map, you probably want a shotty. You don't want something like a sidearm or even the last war. You want a shotgun for that scenario. If not, if you guys are obviously all sniping and you guys see that that's happening to you guys, just go for the guy on the bridge. If the guy on the bridge is pushing by himself, that's a 3v1 scenario where you guys can probably and should kill him. 3 guys against 1. You guys should be able to kill him, and then you guys can just control the body and just basically play the sniping way that you get 1. Like I said again, guys, this map honestly comes down to countering whatever the other team is using, and honestly just be smart. Don't think that camping somewhere is gonna help you out, just because, like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of angles in this map, a lot of scenarios where people just want to camp. It's not gonna work in this map. You somewhat are gonna be a bit aggressive. If you get a pick, try to rush it as much as you can. Try not to get the other people get revives. Anyway, guys, if you guys like the video, please leave a like. It does help the channel grow. I post daily content on this channel, so if you guys can subscribe to my channel, that means a lot to me. Anyway, guys, it's been Jalen. Take care, guys. Peace.
Stay on this red, stay on this red.
God, that tether. Tethered again. Flanking on left side, you guys. Gotta get some angles. Bottom. Got him. Got shit. Alright. We're like trying to push it right. Nice. Oh.